biological contamination, and manifestation of microorganisms is a schism. Bacteria, parasites, viruses, and fungi can multiply, some make you die. Transferred to food from a variety of sources. The forces of people or food can be lethal, plus from pests and from feces. There's 4 types of species.
If you don't feel right, you might have a parasite. Some can't be seen by the naked eye, but they can still make you die. From a single-celled organism to a big fat worm, doesn't matter, they can still make your butt burn. They come from the water, the soil, and another person. Without antibiotics, your symptoms will worsen. If you're gonna eat food raw, here's some advice. Blast freeze it before you'll pay the price. Can't kill them with a high-acid marinade. Parasites ain't scared of a little lemonade. If a parasite chooses you for a host, it won't be long until you're white like a ghost. Be careful with eating any undercooked pork. There might be some trichinella all over that fork. Make sure your food's cooked to the right temperature, otherwise you might be tortured. If you feel bad and you have no appetite, just remember you might have a parasite.
What are viruses, do you ask? Microscopic pathogens that have a task. They come along as the hitchhiking ghost, through fecal matter or shellfish at most. An example of transfer from a known species of viral infection, a food handler carrier playing with produce perfection. In a study of an outbreak in Pennsylvania dealing with scallions, even healthy foods can hold viruses in battalions. As you can read from the CDC findings, 2 major viruses make us feel like we're in bindings. Hepatitis A and norovirus are the 2 noticed viral infections. Nausea, vomiting, jaundice, diarrhea are your connections. It's going to take a lot more than Pepto-Bismol to fight off that infection. Only thing viruses are saying is replication. From a study, these viruses can survive freezing, acidification, and fermentation through preservation. But through heat is where they lose all lack of multiplication. So the best way to stay clear of a viral infection is proper hygiene, heat, and the use of sanitation. Here we are again, back to biological contamination.
There's fungus among your sanitation's a must. Have safe food to eat and trust. Found naturally in the air, soil, and plants and water, but you can boil. Some fungus useful to people, other kinds can be lethal. Plus there's a sequel that aids the decomposition of the dead. It said one type is mold, like thread, that makes spores, so you can't ignore the color or its fuzzy appearance. For instance, it can cause allergic reactions, respiratory contractions, plus other actions like spoiling food that can be rude. You can try to freeze it, that won't kill a dude. It sometimes will survive cooking. I hope that you're looking, especially when you cook and it grows well in food, high in acid or low in water. I hope that I taught you. 4 fungus family members, coral crust, tooth parchment, so remember. It can grow at temperatures below 41 degrees, so please sanitize, it's a breeze. Second type of fungi is yeast, not as deadly but never the least. It spoils food at a fast pace and needs oxygen to grow. Without it, there's no trace. It's used in vinegar, bread, and beer. Rarely cause illness, so have no fear. It can make people complain, so use your brain. Do what you've been trained. Yeast converts sugar to energy, can use that supplement, so it's a friend of me. It can treat deficiencies like diabetes, plus low in fat and cholesterol free. Has high levels of protein and minerals, almost all the B complex vitamins. It can help skin conditions or beat an infection. One last injection to make the connection. Brewer's yeast has the opportunity to be the perfect natural remedy. Almost ran out of breath.
Biological contamination, and manifestation of microorganisms is a schism. Bacteria, parasites, viruses, and fungi can multiply, some make you die. Transferred to food from a variety of sources. The forces of people or food can be lethal, plus from pests and from feces. There's 4 types of species.